Hello everybody, I'm going to keep hacking away at the car here. I'm going to kind of put the dryer and all that just back where it goes. I'm not going to tighten it because it did kind of work when I was messing with it last time. So I'll need to put new O-rings and stuff on it, but I'm just going to put it up and just kind of get it situated where it's supposed to be and figure out how these wires are supposed to run and do all that. There's not a lot of wires on this side of the engine. Like all this is your starter stuff. Here's some AC alternator. That's oil pressure switch. It's AC right there. There's not a whole lot. I just need to make sure it's not too damaged by mice and fix whatever it is and go from there. So I'll come back. All right, everybody. Got the compressor and the alternator mounted up and working on some of the wiring. I don't know what happens with old cars. I don't know what happens. Maybe the stuff gets rubbed in one spot. But all this wiring going down to the starter has about 6 inches of jumper on all of them. So, of course, the wire they jumped it with is smaller. So, to prevent the voltage drop, I'm going to jump it again, but I'm going to use the proper size. It's like 14 gauge wire. I'm going to do that. And then, you know, when I rebuild the engine or something, I'll trace all the wiring and just make new wires where I need to. I'm not going to put a painless in it. That El Camino in my garage is still suffering from the painless mistake I made. But, yeah, I'm just going to make new jumpers here real quick and repair all these, because all these butt connectors on there are worn out and loose. And so I'm just going to use a nice heat shrink connector, or maybe even a bare butt connector, and then just put a piece of shrink tube over it. But that's what I'm working on right now. All right, everyone, I've made new splices, new jumpers, and put a new piece of loom all the way down to the starter wires. I'll address that later. I don't have any large butt connectors, but I made new jumpers because they all just pulled apart by hand. Figured out where some of these wires go, and yeah, she's coming along. I've got to run the wires. I know some of it goes down there, and there's like a rail, a little sleeve on the side of the block to get these to the starter. This one here needs to be reconnected to that there, but I'll just do that when I get it hooked up. Well, when I get everything else hooked up and ran, so that way I know how much wire to use. But yeah, that's some of the wiring repaired, not including the headlights. Yikes. But yeah, that should be what it takes to make it run anyways. Got the AC and everything all just kind of mounted. Just so I know where it goes. I might even plug some of this in, I think. I know there's a channel that bolts to the valve cover that the harness like zip ties to or something. I need to see if I can find that. It's probably still at the ranch, but I'll look here for a bit. But yep, that's what I've been up to. Alright, everybody. I found that little tray with that bolts to the valve cover, and it holds the wire harness. Found my fuel line, got it installed, well, partially installed. I got to tighten it to the pump, but I'll tighten it all when the carburetor's on there so that way I can pivot it where I need. But yeah, fixed some wiring, installed the fuel line, remembered where everything went. I'll have to take that upper bracket for the AC off again so I can actually bolt the valve covers down, but I'm making progress. Thanks for watching.